My child, come and sit here for a moment, just here in the quiet, where the world has finally stopped asking things of you. I have been waiting for this breath, the one where you finally let the air go, the one where the bracing of your shoulders starts to give way. I see the way you have arrived at the edge of this day. You are weary, not just in your body, but in that deep place where you keep the things you cannot name. There is a specific kind of exhaustion that only comes when the house is still, when the phone is face down, and when the roles you play for everyone else have been set aside like heavy coats at the door. I know that version of you. I know the you that exists when there is no one left to impress, no one left to care for, and no one left to convince that you are doing fine. I see you in the stillness of this night. I see the truth of how much you have been carrying, and I want you to know that you don't have to explain it to me. You don't have to find the right words or build a case for why you feel this tired. I was there when the weight was added, ounce by ounce throughout your morning and into your afternoon. I saw the moments where you bit your lip and kept going because you didn't think there was any other choice. I saw the sighs you exhaled when you were alone in the car, or the way your eyes lingered on the floor for just a second too long, because the next task felt like a mountain you weren't sure you could climb. I see the hidden fatigue, the kind that doesn't go away just because you sat down. It is a weariness of the soul, a quiet thinning of your spirit that comes from trying to hold everything together with hands that were never meant to carry it all alone. You have been so brave in your pretending. You have become so skilled at wearing the "I'm okay" mask that sometimes you almost believe it yourself. Until the lights go out. Until the noise stops. And then, in this sacred low-light space, the truth comes out to meet you. It's okay that you are not as strong as you hoped you'd be today. It's okay that there are loose ends and unresolved conversations and fears that feel larger now that it's dark. I am not disappointed in your frailty. I am moved by it. I am drawn to it. I have seen many hearts grow tired like this, reaching the end of their own strength and wondering if anyone notices the cost of their endurance. I notice. I have seen the way you have quietly pushed through the heaviness that has been moving through the world lately. The way you've absorbed the tension of those around you until your own peace felt brittle. I know what you are carrying tonight. I know the weight of the things you haven't even told yourself yet. I see the thoughts that only arrive when the room is silent, the what-ifs and the how-longs that circle your mind like shadows. You don't have to fight them off right now. You don't have to be the conqueror of your own anxiety before you are allowed to rest in my presence. I am here in the messy, unpolished reality of your exhaustion. I am in the sigh you just let out. I am in the heavy pull of your eyelids. I have not forgotten the promises I made to you, even if you feel too depleted to remember them yourself. You are safe here. You are completely seen, and in being seen, you are completely loved. This moment right here is where we begin, just you and me, in the truth of your weariness before the world starts again. I have been watching you carry this so quietly for so long, and I have been sitting with you longer than you realize. I was there in the kitchen when the morning was cold and you felt the first sharp pull of the day's demands. I was there in the hallway when you paused, just for a second, to steady your breathing before walking into that room. I have been a witness to the small, quiet ways you have continued when everything in you wanted to stop. You may have felt alone in those moments, as if your internal world was a private island no one could reach. But I have been the silent companion to every unspoken prayer you've sent up. I have seen the way you've chosen kindness when you were depleted, and the way you've held your tongue when your heart was stinging. These are not small things to me. They are the sacred movements of a soul trying to find its way home. Even tonight, in this very space, I have been watching you. I know that even choosing to listen to these words right now is an act of seeking, a way of opening a window in a room that has felt far too dark for far too long. It matters that you are here. It matters that you have carved out this small refuge for your heart to catch its breath. Sometimes in the quiet of this communion, other tired hearts find their way here too. If you feel a sense of peace beginning to settle, perhaps you might feel led to leave a comment or subscribe or share a word of your own, so that another person carrying a weight just as heavy as yours might realize they aren't alone either. And for those who feel moved to help keep this quiet sanctuary open through a super thanks, please know I see the heart behind that gift. There is no pressure here, only a deep and steady gratitude for your presence. You being here is enough. You, as you are more than enough. I want you to see your day through my eyes for a moment. You see a series of tasks, some handled well and some left undone. You see the gaps where you weren't enough. But I see the courage it took for you to simply stay present. I see the beauty in your persistence. I have been holding the space around you all day, shielding you from weights that would have been too much to bear, and softening the edges of the world where I could. You have sensed me in those brief, unexplained moments of calm that washed over you in the middle of the chaos. That was my hand on your shoulder. You have felt me in the sudden memory of a song or the way the light hit the trees when you weren't even looking for beauty. I have been trying to tell you all day that you are not walking this path in isolation. Tonight is not an ending. It is not just the closing of a chapter or the shutting of your eyes. It is a continuation of the conversation we have been having in the silence of your spirit since you woke up. I am not a guest who arrives only when you are pious or productive. I am the one who remains when the house is empty and the strength is gone. I have watched many carry this kind of quiet endurance, thinking that because no one else saw the struggle, it didn't count. But I have counted every step. I have felt every heartbeat that wavered under the pressure. I am reframing this night for you, not as a lonely room, but as a place of divine companionship, where you can finally stop holding your breath. I have been sitting here right beside you through every shadow and every light, waiting for this very moment where you could finally hear me say that I know the weight you never put into words. I know the shape of the burdens that have no names, the ones that don't fit into a prayer request or a conversation over coffee. There is a specific kind of heaviness that comes from the things you feel you must protect others from, the quiet disappointments that you've folded up and tucked away so deeply that even you have stopped looking at them. I see the places where you feel you've failed, not because you did something wrong, but because you simply couldn't be everything to everyone. I see the silent fears about a future that feels blurred, and the pressure you feel to stay strong, to stay composed, to be the one who doesn't break. You have spent so much energy keeping those walls high, haven't you? You've stood guard over your own heart, worried that if you truly let the exhaustion show, it might overwhelm those who rely on you. But here, in this room with me, those walls don't need to stand. I am the one who already understands the sigh that felt like a lead weight in your chest. I know the lump in your throat when you look at certain photographs or think about certain possibilities. I am not looking for a confession. I am looking at a heart I already know by heart. I have seen the way you carry the what if that keeps you awake and the if only that makes your spirit feel old. There is such a relief in being truly known, isn't there? To not have to translate your pain into a language that makes sense to the world. I see the invisible burdens of your history, the echoes of old hurts that still hum in the background of your quietest moments. I see the way you carry the expectations of people who aren't even in the room anymore, trying to live up to a standard that was never mine for you. I want you to feel the release of being mirrored without judgment. I am not looking at you with a list of corrections or a set of instructions on how to be better. I am looking at you with the gaze of a father who sees his child carrying a box that is far too wide for their arms. I have seen hearts grow tired like this, trying to carry the grief of things that didn't happen, the mourning of the versions of yourself you thought you would be by now. It is a heavy, silent thing to walk through a world that demands constant brightness when your internal light feels like a flickering candle in a drafty hallway. I see the courage in your sadness. I see the integrity in your struggle. You have been carrying the quiet weight of being misunderstood, of being overlooked, of being the one who always shows up even when no one asks how you are doing. I am asking now. I am listening to the silence of your heart, and I am telling you that I see every gram of that weight. It is real, it is valid, and it is held. I have watched you try to navigate the tension of these days, and I know exactly how much it has cost you to keep your heart open when it would have been so much easier to let it grow cold and hard. I have seen the moments where the pressure almost became too much, and I saw every moment you thought didn't matter. I was there in the small, flickering instances of your day that the world would call ordinary, but that I call sacred. I saw the way you took a breath and chose patience when you were actually frayed to the edge. I saw the way you picked up that piece of paper from the floor, or the way you lingered for a second to offer a kind word to someone who couldn't give you anything in return. To you, these were just chores or habits, but to me, they were moments of deep light. I have been collecting these fragments of your life like precious things, keeping them safe because they are the evidence of who you truly are when no one is looking. I saw the victories you didn't even count as victories. I saw when you decided not to give up on a hard day, even though the pillows were calling and your heart felt hollow. I saw when you chose to hope for a single minute, even when the evidence in front of you suggested it was useless. You think your life is only measured by the big milestones, the promotions, the finished projects, the visible successes, but my eyes have always been on the quiet middle. I have been watching the way you navigate the long, unremarkable stretches of waiting. I have seen the beauty in your persistence, the way you have kept a small flame of faith alive in a wind that has been trying its best to blow it out. I have watched many carry their lives quietly like this, believing that if they aren't making a noise, they aren't being heard. But I hear the sound of your quietest endurance. I remember the Tuesday afternoon 3 years ago when you felt a sudden wave of loneliness in a crowded room, and I remember the way you reached out to me without even saying a word. I remember the night you sat on the edge of your bed and just put your head in your hands, wondering if you were making any difference at all. I was there then, and I am here now, telling you that nothing has been lost. Every tear you've shed in private has been seen. Every time you've swallowed your own pride to keep the peace has been recorded in the deep memory of my heart. Your life is not a series of accidents or a collection of overlooked hours. It is a story I have been reading with great tenderness since the very beginning. I see the value in the version of you that is tired and unbrushed and uncertain. I see the worth in the moments you think are wasted because you were too exhausted to be productive. There is a profound meaning in your simply being here, in the way you have survived the things that tried to break you, even the things no one else knows about. I have seen the moments where you felt like you were failing, but from where I sit, I saw a soul that was growing deeper and more beautiful through the very struggle it was enduring. I saw the way your heart softened in the fire, and I saw the way you began to lean on me, even without realizing it, and I am here now to say, let me hold what you're afraid to set down. I see the way your fingers are still curled tightly around those worries, as if letting go of the tension would mean letting go of the people or the situations themselves. You have carried these things for so long that the weight has become a part of your own posture. You're afraid that if you stop worrying, if you stop bracing, everything will fall apart. But I am the one who holds the world together, and I have been holding you while you held everything else. You can trust me with the outcome of the things that keep you awake. You can trust me with the people you love but cannot change. You can even trust me with the parts of yourself that you feel are broken beyond repair. There is a safety here that you haven't allowed yourself to feel in a long time. It is the safety of being fully known, every mistake, every hidden thought, every jagged edge, and still being deeply, unshakably loved. You don't have to fix yourself before you rest in my arms. You don't have to present a finished version of your life to be worthy of this peace. I am inviting you into a surrender that has no pressure in it. It isn't a demand, it's an open door. It's the invitation to finally set the heavy box on the floor and just sit down beside it. I know the fear that comes with that, the feeling that you are giving up or failing in your duty, but true strength is knowing when your strength has reached its limit. In moments like this, when the heart begins to feel the first soft touch of relief, some feel moved to support spaces where others can encounter this same stillness. If this quiet corner of the world has been a sanctuary for you tonight, there are gentle ways people sometimes choose to express their gratitude, whether it is through a super thanks, a membership, or simply a gesture like, "Buy me a coffee." Please know that these are seen as an overflow of a thankful heart, never as an expectation. This space exists for your peace, and your presence is the greatest gift of all. I want you to imagine just for a second what it would feel like to breathe without that tightness in your chest. I want you to picture your concerns being cradled in hands much larger and steadier than your own. I have seen many hearts hesitate at this threshold, afraid that if they let go, they will find nothing underneath them. But I have never let a soul fall that was leaning on me. I am the ground beneath your feet and the air in your lungs. I am the silence that understands you and the light that does withdraw when you close your eyes. You have been the pillar for so many others, but tonight I am the pillar for you. I have seen the way you have been white-knuckling your way through the uncertainty, trying to outrun the shadows of your own fatigue. But I am telling you now, you don't have to be strong with me tonight. You can let the armor fall. You can let the exhaustion finally reach your bones without trying to talk yourself out of it. There is no audience here. There is no one to judge your perceived weakness or tell you that you should be further along than you are. In this quiet space between us, your vulnerability is not a liability. It is the very place where we meet. I am not asking for the version of you that has it all figured out. I am asking for the you that is simply tired, the you that is unsure, the you that is human. It is okay to be quiet. It is okay to not have a prayer or a plan or a single ounce of resolve left for tomorrow. We spend so much of our lives performing, even in our own minds, trying to justify our existence through our usefulness. But you are not a machine built for constant output. You are my beloved, and your worth is not tied to how much of the world you can carry on your shoulders. Tonight, I am giving you permission to simply exist, to breathe, to be small. There is a deep, restorative power in acknowledging that you have reached the end of yourself, because that is exactly where my grace begins to flow most freely. I have seen hearts grow brittle from the constant need to stay upright. I have watched you try to keep a smile on your face when your spirit was weeping, thinking that was what it meant to be faithful. But faithfulness is also found in the honesty of your tears. It is found in the moment you stop striving and say, "I am tired and I cannot do this on my own." I hear that confession as a beautiful song. It is the sound of a heart finally coming home to its true source. You can rest your mind now. You don't have to solve the problems of the world or even the problems of your own life in these midnight hours. The world is safe in my hands while you rest. I want you to feel the tension leaving your jaw, the weight leaving your limbs. I am surrounding you with a peace that doesn't require your understanding. It is a peace that simply is. I have watched many carry this pressure for years, never realizing that the door to this quiet room was always unlocked. You don't have to prove anything to me tonight. You don't have to promise to be better tomorrow. You just have to be here in the stillness, letting my presence be the blanket that covers your weariness. There is a soft light here that doesn't hurt your eyes, a warmth that doesn't demand anything in return. I am watching the way you are finally beginning to let go, the way your heart is finding its natural rhythm again. And while you sleep, I am still working within you. You might feel that sleep is a lapse in your life, a blank space where nothing happens. But for me, it is a time of quiet, holy restoration. While your mind finally lets go of the day's tangles, I am moving through the hidden rooms of your heart, gently untying the knots you couldn't reach. I am smoothing the edges of the hurts that felt so sharp just an hour ago. I am the one who breathes life back into your weary spirit, not through loud instructions or demands, but through the silent, steady work of love that happens in the dark. Think of the way a garden grows in the stillness of the night. There is no striving there, no noise, yet the deep work of renewal never stops. That is how I am tending to you. I am planting seeds of peace in the furrows left by your worries. I am watering the dry places where you felt empty. You do not have to supervise this process. You do not have to stay awake to make sure I am doing it right. You can let go of the vigil you've been keeping over your own life. I am the one who neither slumbers nor sleeps, so that you finally can. Tomorrow will have its own needs, its own light, and its own questions. But those belong to the tomorrow me, and I am already there waiting for you. You don't need to borrow from that strength tonight. Right now, your only work is to receive. I am doing a work of unseen renewal, a quiet strengthening of your inner being that will greet you when you open your eyes. You may wake up and not immediately see the change, but you will feel a new softness in your spirit, a slightly steadier hand, a sense that the world isn't quite as heavy as it was when you left it. I have seen hearts grow weary from trying to figure out the how and the when of their healing. But healing often happens in the margins, in the quiet gaps where we are simply still. I am working beneath the surface of your consciousness, healing the memories you've tried to forget and the fears you're too tired to name. I am weaving together the broken threads of your confidence. This is my gift to you, a labor of love that requires nothing from you but your surrender to rest. I have watched many try to fix themselves through more thinking and more doing, but tonight I am asking you to trust the beauty of being undone in my presence. I am watching over the rhythm of your breath, letting each exhale carry away a little more of the world's noise as you rest now in the knowledge that I am holding you through the night. You can let the final remnants of the day slip through your fingers like sand. There is no need to grasp for anything anymore. The room is quiet, the air is cool, and my presence is the most solid thing around you. I want you to feel the profound safety of being completely tucked away from the demands of the sun. You are hidden in me. You are sheltered in a way that no circumstance can touch and no anxiety can pierce. I have seen how your heart has looked for a place to truly land, and I am telling you that you have found it. You are home. I am standing watch over your spirit, keeping the perimeter of your peace secure while you drift into the deep places of rest. You have carried the weight of being the one who remembers, the one who plans, the one who worries, and the one who provides. But tonight, I am the provider. I am the one who remembers every detail of your life, so you can afford to forget for a few hours. I am the one who is planning your tomorrow, so you can be fully present in your tonight. I have watched many hearts struggle to let go, afraid that the darkness is an empty space, but the darkness is merely the shadow of my wing covering you. It is a place of profound intimacy, not a place of absence. Feel the way the silence isn't cold, but warm. It is the warmth of a love that has known you since before you took your first breath, a love that has followed you through every valley and stood with you on every peak. I am not going anywhere. When the house creaks, I am there. When the wind brushes against the window, I am there. When you stir in the middle of the night and for a second you forget where you are or who you are, I will be the steady pulse of peace that reminds you that you are mine. I have seen hearts find their deepest healing in these quiet hours of surrender, where the ego falls away and the soul is allowed to simply be held. You are being held. Right now, in this very second. I am so grateful we could spend this quiet time together, just the two of us, before the world begins its turning again. It has been a gift to my heart to watch you slowly unwrap the heavy burdens you've been carrying and lay them down at my feet. Some who have sat here with us have felt a stirring to help keep this quiet refuge open for others who are still walking in the heavy mist, and they choose to do so through a super thanks. If your heart feels light and you wish to move in that way, please know it is received with such tenderness. I would love to hear what stirred within you tonight if you feel led to share a comment. Sometimes naming the peace we've found helps it take root in our lives, and it allows others to see that they are not alone in their weariness. And if you wish to remain in this peaceful space, to return here whenever the world feels too loud, I invite you to subscribe or join our membership. It is a simple way for us to stay close, to keep this conversation going in the quiet corners of your life. But for now, there is nothing left to say. The words have done their work, and my presence will do the rest. The light is soft, the bed is steady, and you are deeply, deeply loved. Close your eyes now. Let the heaviness go. I am right here. I am staying. I am holding you. Sleep now, my beloved. Rest